Greetings, friends. It's Josh.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're here today on the Dead Tired Dads podcast, which is a podcast for gamers who don't have time to game. And we're here, and we've got exciting stuff going on this week. So, hey, Ryan.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, Josh, lots of stuff's going on.
Lots of stuff. Things are always happening.
Lots of video game stuff is happening.
This is truth.
Couple things. Metroid Dread. Just got a free update.
Oh.
It got 4 new modes.
4.
Yes. I don't know about all of them. I know there's like a boss rush mode where you try to beat all the bosses back to back to back as fast as you can.
Oh.
There's...
So, wait.
Yes.
Do you know, like you said, you don't know a lot, but do you know, like, if it's like a survival thing where, like, you have to go through and, like, you can get health as you're going through, or is it just like if you take damage, you're stuck with that damage and you just have to fight your way through? Like, I
don't know for certain. The impression I got was like you fight a boss and then like you're timed, and then after that boss, like you heal up and then it's the next boss. And then you're timed again. And I think the objective is how fast you can do it. Okay. So it's not necessarily like the survival, see how deep into it you can go.
That sounds better than some of those bosses are just
don't hold me to that. So
just a pain.
I know they are because I got stuck on one, and that's why I still have your copy, and I haven't finished it.
I was about to say, someone needs to give me my copy of Metroid Dread back so I can try out these 4 new game modes.
Yeah, I should probably do that.
Someone should finish that game.
I should also do that.
Yeah. Hey, so who's the one in trouble this week for not finishing a game?
It's me.
Ryan.
Yes, it is me.
Ryan, shame.
Shame.
You have been shamed.
Bad.
Shame the non-believer. Shun the non-believer.
So, Metroid Dread free update. Mario Golf for Nintendo 64.
That's right. You told me about that. You texted me about that this weekend.
So if you have that really long mouthful of a Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, which gives you the Nintendo 64 and the Sega Genesis games, you just got Mario Golf on Nintendo 64.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I agree.
Last week, Lego Star Wars video game, The Complete Saga.
Yes.
It came out.
That's super exciting.
And not only did it come out, it's getting just absolutely rave reviews. Like, everyone is talking about how good it is.
Well, it's been a long time since we've had a Lego game, right? Like, it's been a little bit of time, and I feel like what kind of happened was you had this chunk of time where it was Lego games were just coming out for everything.
It was like every 5 minutes.
There was a new Lego superhero game.
Yep.
Every single week, it felt like, and so it just got so oversaturated the market to the point where they were just like, there is too much. They're trying too hard. These are like it's repetitive. All these characters feel the same. Like there's nothing like special about any of these games that are coming out. So I think that with a new one, there's a lot of opportunity there for some fun new things, and I for one am here for it. I
mean, it's Lego,
right? It's
Star Wars,
right?
And it's a video game.
How can you possibly go wrong?
What could go wrong? How could it be bad?
And I mean, it has like the entire Skywalker saga. Which
that's right.
I loved the original Lego Star Wars games. I thought they were incredible. And again, like over time, like the fad kind of wore on me as far as Lego games are concerned. But I'm excited to get a chance to play that one if I ever get a chance to play.
Yeah, that one's on my wish list because it looks awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Mario Kart gave out some free kind of free. Again, if you have the Nintendo Switch Online, you got some free DLC. I played, so this is kind of a freebie, not my actual review. I played the first 4 courses.
Right.
They're pretty fun. They introduced some new mechanics. Mm-hmm. So what I expected was just here's 4 courses, nothing changed, kind of.
Right.
Here's 4 courses. They introduced a couple new mechanics, so that was kind of a nice little added.
What did they add?
So there was 2 courses, excuse me, where on the final lap, I don't know how this works, but on the final lap, you're actually going the opposite direction.
Oh.
So, you know how on your second and third lap, you're getting used to the course, you know where the turns are, shortcuts, stuff like that. No, on the final lap, you're going backwards, and yes, you can hit people behind you in head-on collisions. I did it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, so that was kind of a wild thing.
Huh. I haven't had a chance or I haven't taken the opportunity. It's not that I haven't had a chance. I haven't taken the opportunity.
There we go.
To play the new Mario Kart level. So maybe I should pull that out.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I mean, like I said, if you already pay for Nintendo Switch Online, you just get it free.
Right.
And they're gonna release it in 8 waves, I think. So it's gonna be
nice.
Ongoing for a while.
Very cool.
And then last but certainly not least, because this is hot off the press today,
as of this recording.
Not as of the
release, but as of this recording.
It was leaked. Somebody leaked it today.
Ooh, shame.
That Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games are coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, man. I know a lot of people that are going to be really excited about that. I was not... I didn't really have a Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance when they were... big. I have, multiples of them now as a collector. But, when they were a thing, I didn't have them. So, a lot of those, a lot of people who love the games that are on those consoles, I'm not, huge on. Because I don't have that nostalgia. But I know that that's a big deal for a lot of people.
Well, this might be the one and only time where I have memories and nostalgia related to Nintendo that you don't have. Because my brother and I... had Game Boy Advance. We had a huge game collection. Oh, man. I am so excited.
Yeah.
I am so excited about Game Boy
exciting.
Advance.
Now, I guess since it's a leak, there's probably not a lot of information, so no information on the games or anything. But...
The person who leaked it leaked one screenshot, and the only game that I saw in the screenshot was... Pokemon Trade, or Pokemon Trading Card Game. So it was a Game Boy game where in the game, I actually played this game, which is just ridiculous. You play the Game Boy game where in the game you collect the trading cards of Pokemon and you go around and battle people. Because it wasn't enough to collect the real cards in real life. You had to actually do it inside of a game as well.
It's a good thing that we're not a video podcast at this point. Because, I'm just so... the look on my face is just so utterly just confused. That doesn't make any sense. I guess they can make a game out of anything. Because they did a Kingdom Hearts game that was basically that. And it was stupid.
I mean, there is definitely... Or at
least I thought it was.
There's definitely a genre for that. I mean,
apparently.
World of Warcraft or Blizzard or whatever did Hearthstone, which it's a card battle game.
Huh.
The Witcher has Gwent, which is a standalone game where it's the card game that you can play inside of Witcher. So there's a genre for it, but it's definitely not my thing.
Okay, that seems weird.
I like card games, but if I'm gonna play a card game, I
want to play with people, in person.
That's kind of why I like card games, is to get with friends and actually do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's play spades. Come on.
So anyway, that's lots of various video game headlines that happened this past week or so.
I had a question about something, and I can't remember.
You will remember.
What? I won't. So let's recap. Let's recap the news, Ryan, quickly. So
Metroid Dread,
New Dread,
Mario Kart DLC, Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, the Mario Golf, and the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance emulators, or whatever they call them, coming to Switch.
I thought that might jog my memory, but it didn't.
Did not.
So maybe I should start taking notes as we're recording so that I can be like, ooh, I'll come back to that.
That's a good idea. That would make us very professional.
That would make it more professional instead of us rambling on while I'm trying to think of things that I thought of. Who cares? All right.
It'll come to you halfway through the episode when it's just not at all relevant.
I don't think this was it, but we had talked about this when you had texted me about the Mario Golf. Did we find out if you can play the online against people?
I don't know. That's a good question for our tech department.
Maybe our tech department can get on that.
Yeah, that's a good...
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because that would be really cool. Like, I don't know about you, but I'd love to play Mario Golf against other people, outside of my house. Or even, play Mario Kart 64 with people outside of my house.
It would be kind of wild, like what I want to do. That you can buy those... you can buy controllers for the Switch that are built like the controller from that console.
Only if you have the expansion pack.
How does Nintendo keep making money? I just don't know. It would be kind of like fun, but also disorienting to have a Nintendo 64 controller in your hand playing online with other people.
That would be awesome.
Because
that would be freaking awesome.
I played a lot of N64 with other people, but they were sitting right next to me. So
yeah, no.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
All right, we're gonna have our tech department get on that.
Yeah, get the tech department on that, and while our tech department is on that, and see, now I'm going back to the thing that I forgot about, because I think it had something to do with the Game Boy Advance games and the Game Boy, but I can't. Whatever, forget it. While our tech department is looking stuff up, I guess I'll go ahead and launch into my review for this week.
All right. Do it.
And the tech department can keep doing that. So, I want to talk about a game called Tunic.
Oh, I saw the little... I saw the headline for that. Or not the headline, Tunic. The title for that.
Tunic is... so, you're a little fox. You're a cute little fox guy. And it's kind of a Zelda-esque game where you start off, you don't really have anything. You go into a cave, you get a sword. It's like a stick at first or something that it is a stick that you get at first, but you eventually get a sword and shield and all those kinds of things, and you unlock things. It's a very, very cool game. Like, I really, really think it's a cool game. You don't really have any instructions. The entire game is kind of based around you finding the instruction manual as you play. So you find all these different pages that tell you like what to do and give you maps of certain areas and stuff like that as you're traveling through this, big overworld, and you go into different dungeons and things like that and do a lot of exploring. Very cool concept. The graphics are very cool. It's a very cute little fox guy that you play as, and it overall is just very, very pleasing to watch, and starts off in a way that is very fun to play. Family oriented because it is, your fox guy. Not a lot of time lots of time investment to get through the game. I haven't beaten it. And I'll get to that in a second, but you can play for short stints of time, and save and be get to a save point and be done with it for that time period. However, I can't recommend this game, Ryan.
Oh,
I want to recommend this game.
I
want to love this game. I want this game to be so amazing and so good. But I can't recommend it. You want to know why?
I do want to know why.
Because the game ticked me off.
Uh-oh.
Like, I quit playing this game.
Was it a rage quit?
It was.
Yes, I love a good rage quit.
It was 100% a rage quit, and I'm not going back to it. Like, I will not touch it again. Because, I thought, okay, so we were going to record this episode, 2 weeks ago, and then, a week ago. And if we had recorded this when we had initially planned to record this game would have been oh yes, absolutely play this game. This game is awesome. Get it, play it. It's tons of fun. But no, I had one too many nights to play this game, and it just made me so freaking mad. I was down here. So what happened? A lot of times I'm responsible for editing our podcast episodes.
That's true.
So I will often play games while I'm editing, as just to do some, because basically all I'm doing is listening through the podcast to make sure everything sounds okay, and cutting out things that don't need to be in there and whatever. It's not very intensive. I just have to listen. So I'm playing games while I'm.
Might as well get some gaming in.
It usually takes me about 30 to 40 minutes, because that's about how long our episodes are to edit the podcast. I played the same section of this game for the entire time that I was editing this podcast. Just over and over and over again, bashing my head against the wall, trying to get past this one stupid part, and I couldn't do it. Here's the thing, and it wasn't just that I couldn't get past that part. I tried to go back, to leave the area that I was in, to go back to a previous area, to see if maybe I had missed something, maybe I was in the wrong place. I couldn't get back through.
Oh, no.
Without dying. And I was just like, this is ridiculous.
I'm not done.
I'm not going to keep banging my head against a wall trying to figure this out. And the game, like I said, there's this discovery aspect of the game that's a lot of fun and very cool. Mm-hmm. But it also makes the game incredibly frustrating, because if you don't know, if you've got these objects and you don't know what they do, and you try them out, but you don't know what it's doing.
Yeah.
And so I spent tons of money buying. I finally found a shop where I could buy bombs and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I thought that would help me, so I spent a ton of money on bombs. And then that didn't work, and I died. And guess what? I lost I didn't have any of my money anymore.
You had no money and no bombs.
And I didn't have any bombs. And so it's what am I supposed to do? I can't go back to where I came from. I'm stuck. It just made me so flippin' mad that I couldn't, I couldn't deal with it. And I say all the time on this podcast, I feel like games are supposed to be fun. I shouldn't be mad.
If you're mad,
when I'm playing a game, I don't want to be mad when I'm playing a game.
No.
And so, this game is fun, and it's cute, and amazing as it starts off, got me to a point where I was just too mad to play it, and I'm not going to.
Built you up to let you down.
Yeah, no. I'm super disappointed, because I'm very curious, about the whole thing. I really do want to know about this game. And I want, like I said, I want so bad to love it. But I hate it.
Yeah, been there, done that.
That's
I actually have a question about this game.
Yes.
When I watched the trailer for it, or some gameplay footage, it sort of gave me some Zelda vibes.
Yes.
Not, I don't want to use the word knockoff, but more inspired by Zelda. Is that
100%? 100% inspired by. It definitely reaches back to Super Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Right, that's the Super Nintendo one, right?
Sure.
Oh gosh, as a Zelda fan, I'm gonna get hammered if that's not right. Give me a break. I'm tired. Anyway. So yeah, it definitely feels a lot like that, in that sense that that it's very Zelda-esque, but not. It's different. It's not Zelda.
Okay.
It definitely borrows a lot of elements, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It was one of those things where I was just kind of looking through the Game Pass games, and I saw it on there, and I watched the little trailer, and it looked interesting. I think I actually added it to my play later list or whatever that is.
I said, that was my same experience with it, and it was like I said, I really do think it's a great concept, but it's one of those games it starts off hard, it's a difficult game, it is one of those games that's kind of built to frustrate you in a sense. They made it difficult on purpose. But it I'm just not interested in that.
No.
In putting myself through that to the point like I said, I played for almost an hour stuck in one spot. And
Rage quit.
and I'm just
be done.
I don't have time for that.
No, there like we've talked about this before. There was a time in my life where I was stubborn, and so I would have to like progress through that because I'm so stubborn. I'm gonna do this, but now my gaming time is so limited. I'm not doing all that.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to me because, like I said, I really want to like the game. Like I really do because it's so well done. It's so well done.
It looked very interesting. The trailer I saw, it looked interesting.
So it's such an interesting game, but I can't play it and I can't recommend it. So that's
fair.
That's Tunic.
There you go.
So Ryan, did our tech department come up with an answer to our question?
So it's super. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a very Nintendo-like answer, if you will.
Of course.
The official Nintendo response is, Nintendo has also included online multiplayer in games that were previously local only.
Okay, obviously.
It doesn't say which games.
Right.
It's just... So it could be any of the N64 games is what this article is referencing.
Could or could not be, according to our tech department. Maybe after we finish recording, we can test the theory.
That's a good idea.
So maybe we'll have an answer in the next episode.
I do have my Switch sitting next to me. So
yeah, no, I noticed.
There we go. I never go anywhere without it. I really don't.
See?
That's the whole point of it, isn't it?
That's the point of the Switch. So anyway, so that's a vague answer from our tech department. They're getting pay cuts this week.
Yep. Fired.
Layoffs. Layoffs? Layoffs? You want to talk about layoffs? Sorry.
Yes. I appreciate that reference.
Thought that was a good one.
It was.
Ryan, you should have a game for us.
I do have a game.
That's exciting.
Little bit of sad news for me.
Sad news for Ryan.
So I think I referenced a while back that I was borrowing my brother-in-law's Xbox Series X.
Yes, because you were playing on Game Pass.
Series X. He was doing a certain rotation at the hospital that he works at, where he was working like 20-hour days, and he was like, "Hey, there's no way I'm going to be playing this," so I borrowed it from him for about 2 months. This game I'm getting ready to talk about is the last game I played on his Xbox Game Pass. So sad face.
So he wasn't kind enough to donate it to the cause?
I know. People keep saying that. Actually, someone messaged me earlier this week, a buddy of mine from seminary, and he said, he asked me if he's a big baseball fan, and he asked me if I was going to get play MLB The Show on Xbox. And I said I had to give my Xbox back to my brother-in-law, and he was like, "Your wife hasn't bought you one for the podcast yet? I mean, it's an investment, right?" I keep telling her, and she's just not buying it.
Yeah,
she's not going for it.
No, I would imagine she wouldn't.
So, yeah, this is the last game that I played on Game Pass.
Here.
At least for now.
For now.
It's called Moonlighter.
Moonlighter.
This game is very, very interesting.
Okay. Isn't this like the third game we've talked about moons? Maybe.
I did talk about Moonglow Bay.
Moonglow Bay. And wasn't there another like Moon Rancher or something?
I don't think so, but now I'm curious if they're related. Wonder if it's the same maker.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. So
anyway,
tell us about the Moonshine.
The Moonshine. Oh, we are in Kentucky. Moonlighter is a very interesting concept. You play as a guy named Will. Will has a very low-key, boring life.
Low-key or low-key?
Low-key.
Okay.
Not Loki.
We're not talking about the god of mischief.
Not the god of mischief.
Low-key. Okay, got it.
Will has a very boring life. He is a shopkeeper in a small town, or a small village. Until one day, some archaeologists discover a mysterious portal just outside of the town.
Oh.
So, Will wants to be an adventurous hero. So during the day, Will runs his shop, selling various goods, food, simple life stuff. Then at night, Will adventures into the mysterious portal.
So Will is Batman.
Yeah, I didn't see it like that when I was playing, but now this takes on a whole new meaning for me.
He's the billionaire who sells like all kinds of different things to different people.
I think if you saw his shop, you wouldn't call him a billionaire.
Well, I mean, we're talking in simple terms here.
But you have a point. I must admit, you have a point.
Sorry. Okay. Back to the game.
So the gist of the game is, I don't even know. It's so weird. You manage the shop, and you have to raise and lower prices based on the market. But there's what market? Like, you're in this small village, and you are the one shop.
You're the market.
Yeah. So I would get like, I'd get like these little like messages that like so and so was unhappy with me because I was charging too much, and I wanted to be able to respond like, yeah, well, go to the other shop and buy it.
Guess what?
You
I
can't.
have a monopoly. Yeah. Sucks to be you.
So anyway, you have to the money you make at the shop, you probably can guess, you use that to buy your weapons and your gear and stuff so that you can go into the dungeons. And so Will is Batman.
Will is 100% Batman.
Even though I'm kind of making fun of the game a little bit, it was fun. It's interesting.
Sounds it.
The concept is interesting. Right. It's different. Yeah. It's unique, I should say.
Absolutely.
It's a short game. I looked it up. It's like 14 hours. And if you really want to be a completionist, it's 25 hours.
Gotcha.
So not bad. You can play it in very short bursts. I did several times. You fight like monsters and skeletons and stuff, but it's not anything that's scary. There's no blood. There's no gore. It's like, the graphics are somewhere between 8 and 16-bit, so it's not like...
Yeah.
My son sat next to me and watched me play it multiple times. It's family friendly. Like I mentioned, I played it for free on Game Pass, so free is free. I checked, and most other because it's available on everything: Steam, PlayStation, Switch. Most other places, the most it's selling for is $20. So in terms of like cost value, I wouldn't pay more than $20 for it. I may even not go above $15.
Yeah. It sounds like a game that you'd be want to keep as cheap.
Yeah, just because I don't, and I didn't get to finish it because I had to give the Xbox back. But I didn't see much that would have lent itself to like a high replay value. So you're not gonna play this game over and over, I guess. Like I said though, it's family friendly. You can play it in short bursts. There's a little bit of a story to it, but not much. So, if the kids are distracting you or you miss a part, you really aren't missing much. It's pretty straightforward. Run the shop, go into the mysterious portal. It's pretty easy.
And become Batman.
And be Batman.
Because that's... Yeah, all of that sounds like a lot like it.
I would say that if you have Game Pass... This game's worth trying because it's free.
It sounds it.
When I looked, as of this recording, it was only $5 on Switch.
Oh.
So I would play it even for $5 because it'd be a fun little game to be portable But I don't know that I can, without having more time with it. I don't know that I can recommend it.
Sure.
For I'm not going to recommend you pay $20 for this game. I guess is where I'm coming from.
Right.
So it's fun if you have a way to get it cheap. Check it out. It's worth checking out. It definitely fits if you're looking for something family friendly or something you can play with your kids. Then I'd say go for it. Spend the $15 or $20, especially if you want to play with your kids. Or sometimes we talk about we're always looking for ways that we can use games as educational tools.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely something you could use to help with math. My son is learning about currency right now, so he was kind of talking to me about that aspect of it. So
yeah,
there's definitely ways or circumstances where I could recommend this game, but yeah, it sort of just depends on.
Keep it cheap. Keep it free.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, somewhere in that range. Free to cheap is a good range.
That's my favorite range
for a good game. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's Moonlighter.
Moonlighter, also known as the Caped Crusader.
Batman.
That's like, okay, yeah, got it. So you're moonlighting as got it. Yeah, no, I understand.
There you go.
I understand the title of the game.
So the reason I checked this game out, is actually a weird story. Have you ever seen I'm sure you've seen them before. Like, people will play a game and they'll play it as like a non-violent character or a pacifist. Like, people will play Skyrim as pacifists where they won't ever like attack or kill.
I've heard of people doing this. I've never actually done it or watched other people do it. But I've heard of it.
My friend and I tried to do something similar on Elder Scrolls Online. We tried to it's an MMO. It's World of Warcraft for Elder Scrolls fans is what it is. We tried to play that game 100% as merchants, just like traveling around to the various cities, selling stuff. The way we would level up is by discovering new areas because we were just traveling. We had more success than I thought we would.
Oh.
But it didn't. There's no way to play that game without attacking stuff because there's just not. So anyway, when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's literally a game where you're a merchant. I've got to check it out because I've tried this before. Gotcha. So that's why I played it.
That's funny. Well, so that is Tunic and Moonlighter / How to Be Batman. So yeah, some games that maybe you want to check Tunic out. Like I said, for me, I just don't have time to get that frustrated with the game. And Moonlighter sounds like definitely something that you should check out. So in the meantime, why don't you go play some games? We'll be here next week with another exciting episode with some more reviews and some funny stuff. Thanks so much for listening, and you know the drill. Do all the things.
Yes.
Do them all. Like, subscribe, share, please. We think we're funny. I think other people think we're funny, and I bet that people will think that we're funny.
Exactly.
And so you should share this podcast with people so that they can laugh with us.
True.
And at us. Maybe. If that's what they want to do. So, thanks again for listening. We will catch you next time on another exciting episode of the Dead Tired Dads podcast.
Bye.